presenting the next evolution in gaming guides. Fully redesigned from the ground up, more sleek and beautiful than ever before, with 10 groundbreaking new features and improvements to take your gaming to the next level. Easier, simpler, faster. This is Zygors Guides 4.0. Let's take a look. When you load up Zygors Guides 4.0 for the first time, the first thing you'll see is the all-new configuration wizard. This will let you quickly set up the guide how you like it, choosing things like where you'd like the guide positioned on your screen and what sort of features you'd like turned on by default. You can choose to skip the configuration entirely or use Zygors' recommended settings for the most optimum guide experience. Once you've completed the setup, the guide will magically appear on screen. At this point, you can choose to run through a short tutorial, which will help you understand how to use the Zygors Guides user interface. This is extremely useful for new users. If you've used Zygors Guides before, you've probably noticed the fresh new modern design of the guide viewer. This is the new default theme in 4.0 called Stealth. It's intended to be a cleaner, simpler interface that brings the important elements to the front and minimizes the clutter. It carries over many of the things that worked in our previous Midnight theme with a couple key changes. The arrow has been improved from its earlier flat gray design to a gorgeous, fully rendered 3D model. We've also added an all-new progress bar to the bottom of the guide viewer. This works as a visual indicator of your completed progress through the current guide. By clicking the bar, you can switch between two modes of tracking progress. The first being by how close you are to completing all the steps in the guide, and the second being by how close you are to being ready to skip ahead to the next guide based on your character's level and experience. Last but not least, we performed a complete overhaul of the guide menu. The home screen will now give you an at-a-glance view of your most recently used guides, allowing you to quickly jump back to where you last left off across multiple guide types. Zygors Guides 4.0, the next evolution.